Creative Eclectic. Hope you're having a fabulous day. Today I am going to share with you a couple of cards that we did at a recent class and then show you how we stepped up those cards to make them look a little bit different. So I'll start with the first one. We used the stamp set from the Holiday Catalogue called Winter Woods, and it's got a matching framelit set, and this was a really quick, easy card to show people just how easy it is to make a really cute card. So it's just got a bit of ribbon. It's done on thick white cardstock using soft sea foam, which has been masked, and garden green, and then we added a little bit of the shimmery embossing paste down the bottom. So that was the card we made in class, and it took maybe 10 minutes to make because we were waiting for stamps. But so it's really easy, so you could do a lot of those really quickly. I deliberately didn't add a sentiment to that, but this is the stepped up version that I did. So what I did, instead of just stamping direct onto the paper, I stamped and used the die cut to cut out the tree and just give it a little bit of extra dimension, and I made the box a little bit bigger, so you can see they look a little bit different. Both are lovely, and of course you can stamp a sentiment when you're ready to send it. So you could use it for a Christmas card or for something else, and you can do it in whatever colour you like. So that was in garden green and soft sea foam. The next card was the Thinking of You This Season card. So this is done in Tranquil Tide. Now I don't use Tranquil Tide a lot. Again, we used Winter Woods stamp set. We stamped on a piece of Whisper White. We've just used a piece of shimmery white and added some diamantes. So we've used 2 stamps in that. So we stamped off in the background there. So then, I also did it with some different, did the diamantes a little bit different, so you've got 2 versions. Then we decided, what if we added some embossing paste? Now I went a bit berserk with the embossing paste, so I probably would have put less on. So then the die actually has another little die which has little pop out pieces, so I layered that little die on top of the big one and put some embossing paste, so you can see the cards, 3 cards, look quite different. Oh, and I sprayed that one there with some of the shimmer paint mixed with some rubbing alcohol, so just to give the whole card a shimmery look. Also, late after the class, I created 2 more just with the sentiment on the other side, so it looks a little bit different, and either way it just is a really nice, elegant card for Christmas. Okay, so the next card we made was this one, and you'll see these were my 2 samples that I did before class. So you'll see that because I stamped that down too low, I actually had to cut a bit off the new ribbon just to make it fit, and I put more stars on that one and did some sponging. So they were my 2 samples that I had for the class. We then decided, what if we layered it? Now I actually, when I stamped it, got the colours around the wrong way, so that's supposed to be crumb cake, but for some reason I did it in Sahara sand. But I carried the theme on, and see, this is the little die that we used that pops out. So again, that's layered. So there's 2 die cuts on there, the big one like this, and then the little layers. So again, I think I like the crumb cake better than the Sahara sand. So after the class, I thought, well, what other ways could we step it up? And of course, actually I'll move these 2 out of the way. And so we've got the 3 different ones there, 3 versions. And of course I changed the number of pearls that I used. So, and you could use the gold metallic pearls, they look nice. So I thought, well, what would it look like if I did it in the middle of the card? So that's it, with the tree in the middle. And then I thought, well, what if I changed the paper and used the Merry Merlot instead? And the Merry Merlot copper and Merlot ribbon. Oh, that is so nice, that ribbon. So again, you see, it doesn't take much to completely change the look of the card. Okay, I didn't line that one up very well. So that's 3 of the 4 cards that we made, and they were all using the Winterwood stamp set. This one here also used the Merry Christmas out of the Star of Light stamp set, because I just wanted something a little bit smaller and a bit different. Okay. The last card that we made at class was this one. So we didn't use the Winter Woods at all. We used the Snowflakes Sentiment. Sorry about that. Okay. So this was to show people at class, if you've got some scraps of designer series paper, what you can do. So we just used the little boxwood reef elements, some foil scalloped with the stitch framelits squares, and we copper embossed. Okay, so then when we're at class, we decided to add a little bit more detail. So you can see here, well, I don't know if you can, I've actually used this snowflake here from the Snowflake Sentiments and stamped it in Versamark after I'd done the embossing. So after class, I thought I wanted to show you another way that you can take this relatively quick card. I mean, the hardest part is the embossing, really. And so I wanted to take that card away and show you how you can make a very similar card but with no stamping at all. And so I used the tin tile embossing folder, and I dragged out the brand new shimmer paints. So this one here I've done in Frost White. Now I love these shimmer paints, so what I did is I just got my sponge dauber, that's the champagne one. I just dipped it in the lid of the ink and went over the embossed, dry embossed. So this is a champagne, the champagne colour, which looks like this. And again, so because I wanted it quite heavy, so this one here is the copper So you can see it's really quite shiny, and in some bits I was a bit heavy-handed, but I was going for a really rustic look. So this is the copper. And the last one is Las Vegas Gold. Yeah, that's really shiny, and surprisingly it goes quite well with the copper framelit. So as you can see, these 4 cards, which are done with the shimmer paints and the embossing folders, are really completely different. And what I did is I got 4 of my sponge daubers and I've just put a little label on them, and I'll use those for my shimmer paints from now on. I've also got some of the stamping misters or stamping spritzers, and I'm going to put labels on them and put a few drops of the shimmer paint in the bottom, then fill the rest up 3/4 of the way with rubbing alcohol and shake it up, and then you've got your own stamping mist, like what, I don't know if you can see that, it's quite shimmery like I did on this one. It's very, very shimmery. So yeah, so that's what we had done at class, and that's the ways that you can step those cards up. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more tips and tricks, make sure that you subscribe to my newsletter, and I try and send out something each week. Okay, until next time, happy stamping!